Hello everyone, my name is Mikhail Kazakov,
My name is Valentin Kovalev.
and we are...
Twins.
Uh-oh,
Wow.
don't tell the secrets.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Hello everyone, my name is Valentin Kovalev. It's a great pleasure to have here Mikhail Kazakov.
Thank you so much.
We are here today to talk about the importance and some of the ways that we can use social media in our life.
We hope you enjoy our conversation. Thank you for your time and welcome to your Ad Libitum podcast.
When did you start doing the social media?
I've started so long time ago, but I don't took it too seriously. It was like I was like posting my daily photos and videos, and sometimes I was posting some performances. But maybe 2 years ago, I understand that there is no better way to attract people from our generation to the concerts, to classical concerts, because every kid and every my friend, they are always in their phones and scrolling in the Instagram.
And I don't think it's just our generation. I think it's everyone nowadays.
Yes.
Even like my parents, like they're always on the phone or...
I think that my parents, no, they don't have they doesn't have an Instagram pages and something like that. But yes, of course, now it's like main thing to promote something. So, and I think that music and classical music, it's not exception.
Yeah, and a good thing is that before, how the music industry worked is you had to be like living in bigger city, in New York, you have to like reach out to manager, they have to like make you somehow famous. But now
Yes.
you're your own manager in that way because you are just posting whatever you want, you're sharing whatever you want, whatever you resonate value with.
Yes.
And that video may receive feedback, may receive lots of views, but not necessarily, right?
Yes,
Doesn't
yes,
happen
yes.
every time.
Yes, but I think that we learn a lot of professions because now we know not too much, but we know how to place our phone, how to place our camera, how to place the lights.
We're like directors.
Yes, we are like directors, and we learn every day to, and we scroll in the Instagram too, and we have ideas from other
For sure.
pages.
Yeah. Because
Yes.
we are not creating anything new in some sort of ways.
Yes.
Because there's always somebody that's done these things before, and we're just bringing the next life to the same idea, right?
Yes.
Sometimes, like I'm scrolling the Instagram just to get inspirations from other colleagues,
Yes. For example,
other artists. Like, for example, there was a video about a comparison like Steinway and Bentley, or like comparison of like, I don't know, huge truck and Bentley. Like to show like drastic differences or to show contrast or to like make fun.
Yes, and sometimes it's like you challenging someone to do something. For example, I've saw like 1 year ago you've posted the video with the 5 octaves. I was like, wow, it's super impressive, and I want to repeat this, and I want to try this. And I think the one way to promote your page in Instagram is to post something challenging that your audience will see, and they will like, oh, I want to try this. So it's the one way of
because you want to share a video that has a possibility to being shared with others, right? Something really impressive, something that people may want to try, as you said.
Yes.
I think oftentimes I found that like a not a golden rule, but sometimes if the video has this option of being shared,
Hmm.
it has in general more shares, it has more views.
Yes, of course, of course. And I think as an artist, we have to think about what people want from us. It's not like always some very musical stuff or I I'm talking about now about the lyrics,
Lyrical.
lyrical things, and I think that now people loves to be impressive from your technique firstly.
We are living in a life when everything happens so fast and it's going to be even faster,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Like TikTok, Instagram basically took the pattern from TikTok,
Yes, 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 yes,
because
yes.
before it was just a sharing platform for photos.
Yes, and it was very difficult to improve in Instagram.
Yeah,
So now we
because
have a Reels.
up until they invented the Reels, which has unlimited potential of reaching out the people, not only the followers, but anyone who doesn't even follow you. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
you
yeah,
you
yeah.
just receive recommendations based on your interests. If you are interested in music, then you receive recommendations of videos, not necessarily from the people that you are following, and not necessarily from the instrument that you're playing. But
Hmm.
it could be anything,
Yes, of course, of course.
because Instagram is constantly having this AI technology behind that. They are doing different things and they are changing all the time, right?
Hmm.
So you can never predict anything. But I think the most important value is to try out different things.
Yes, yes. Different
Don't get stuck on
styles.
the same model. I even know that some very successful Instagram musicians, artists, like they always try to try different things. Like even if they have a successful already pattern, for some people after a while it gets boring.
Yes, yes. And the problem is that we have only maybe 3-4 seconds to attract people.
Yeah, like
To
the
attract,
first
yes,
few seconds they need to be already impressive.
yes.
Like
So
nobody have time to watch until like the piano introduction is over and then in 30 seconds you start to play saxophone, right?
yes, yes, yes. So it's the mistake of a lot of beginners in Instagram, because I know that they're posting very good music, and I know that this music, and I know that after 10-15 seconds it will be more interesting, it will be more attractive for people, but other people who are maybe not musicians, they like, oh, I have 3 seconds. Oh, it's boring. And scrolling,
Yeah.
scrolling, scrolling,
So for
scrolling.
that reason, you have to kind of imagine that you are not a musician when you are
Yes,
posting, because
yes, yes, yes.
I'm having trouble sometimes to decide what kind of moment do I want to post, because I like everything and I enjoy the lyrical part, I enjoy some other things that I find interesting, but you need to always kind of change the perspective. Imagine that you are not musician.
Hmm.
Imagine that you are like, for example, your parent who is not musician,
Hmm.
and then try to think from their perspective what is interesting for them.
I think that we have a lot of things behind our Instagram page, of course. So, if, for example, if I posting only like Paganini or something fast compositions, and maybe some people can think that oh, he's playing only fast things, but no, it's the point why I post only this, because I know that it will be more. It will having more views. So of course I like to play like lyrical things and contemporary pieces, but now it's a bit hard to produce and to promote the contemporary stuff, because I think contemporary music is for concerts that you
I would
know that
have,
you have
yeah,
time for this.
sorry, I would have to disagree,
Why?
because I think you are the one to decide what you want to post. And if it doesn't get views, it doesn't get views, but some people will definitely appreciate your posting, different sides, not only the technical part, because you cannot please everyone, right? If
Yes,
you
of
want to
course, of
please,
course.
if you want to make billions of views, then you just do other things. You bring up Coca-Cola and Mentos.
No.
And maybe pour the Coca-Cola inside of the saxophone, and then I'm giving you
No.
probably some ideas now.
Maybe one day we will post it.
Maybe like take the saxophone without the holes, the one to play the perfect overtone,
Yes.
then fill out with the Coke, then Mentos, and then see where everything is praised.
Well, with this face, wow! And
Yes.
we have 1 million likes.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. But I think we have to build limits for us because we are now the main profession. It's not to be an creator and Instagrammer. I think the main profession of us is to be the musician on the stage. So we build our
branding,
yes,
the way that how people look at us.
yes. So if maybe we are scrolling the Instagram too, and we saw that like very stupid videos is reached billions of views, and we like, why I practice like 10 hours a day and post and I have like 100 views, and why the guy who just sitting in front of the camera for 12 hours,
well, I
for
think
example.
The reason is why we are still practicing 10 hours a day and we are posting the videos about saxophone, not about other things that may attract more views, is because there are so many people in our community who are kind of looking up to us, and we are looking up to other people who are even more successful, who have so much history, so much that they left for the community, that brought for the community. So I think that's what we are trying to do with our social media pages, is to really cultivate the healthy environment for people to see. Like, I don't try to create an image like I'm this perfect human who doesn't make any mistake, who is like who is only wearing a jacket suit every day. Yeah, even though if I like to see myself wearing jackets, it's not how I walk out my dog.
This is how you build the very, very big distance between you and your audience. So we have to think about how to be more close.
More approachable.
Yes.
Something that will make people to see that you are the same person as they are.
Yes. And they can reach the same goals.
They can do the same thing.
Yes,
because
of course.
There's no like we don't have special talent for bringing up the views. It just happens to be that way. Yes. And we don't need to rely on this. I don't know your opinion. Like, whenever I post something, I don't have like dream of scoring 1 million views, like, necessarily.
Yes, of course. You just like it, and you like.
You just want to share the video,
yes,
right?
Of course. And if it will reach some views, okay, it's better for you, but it's not necessary, of course. But I think it's still important to know what will improve you as a brand. So if you want to, sometimes you share something like for the close friends, and you just like it, and you want to share something with people, not to improve yourself as an artist. So it's normal, but when you have a lot of followers, when you have more followers who follow you only because of the saxophone, because of your music, they are like, why I need only your music, I need only saxophone, why you post something like with your family, I don't interested in. So and now when you have followers, you always think, oh, I want to share this, but they will not like it, and maybe some people will unfollow you. So and you care about your Instagram page already as a place where you work on, where you work in.
That could be one perspective, to just build like a professional page without sharing any personal
Yes.
sides of yours. I think that's not something that I resonate with, because I don't want to, again, to create an image that I'm this person that only thinking about saxophone and his life. I want to share with other people that I have broad variety of interests. I go to museums.
Yes, of course.
To kind of educate people in a different ways, that if you are a musician, it doesn't restrict you to do just that. You don't practice actually 10 hours a day.
Of course.
Yeah, because you may practice like maybe an hour, 2 hours a day, and then you do different things. And then I think it's beautiful to show to people that you are actually not confined in the practice room, that you are actually going out, you're traveling, you're enjoying your life with your family, raising the children, having hobbies, watching football. I don't know.
Yes, of course. It's the same thing that I want to build my Instagram.
But of course, the main thing to build the Instagram, to bring up the followers, is of course through the professional videos that we are doing.
Yes. So, and I wanted to ask you, what are you thinking about when you're editing your videos? What your ideas and what your goals in your videos?
Sometimes I see that in your videos that we're trying to bring some context to people to understand. Sometimes if it's like a contemporary piece that nobody heard of, I like to put some text to explain what is this piece about, because I think that's more interesting. At least it's more interesting for me when I come to concerts and I have a little bit of context about the piece. I don't need like to have full description with a biography, right? We need to think that people have limited amount of time to see the video, 30 seconds, for example, and there should be very few words on it.
The main things about
the main thing, the main takeaway. And I think that the reason why one of your videos, like about the circular breathing, got so many views, because it's at the same time entertaining and educational, which is what you want people to be, almost every video to be, to kind of bring up some knowledge, and at the same time entertain people, because it's like surprising, like you're this superhuman, like for non-wind players, this is like wow.
They were like your breathe in and breathe out at the same time.
It's like you're in the Marvel, superhuman.
And I think it's the point is that is so important how we editing videos. So if you will share the video without anything, it can be not so successful. So for example, your video with which reach a lot of views. If you, for example, post it without these numbers like 1, 2, 3, and 5, and the people can think like, oh, he just playing, and when you put the numbers on it, they understand.
It excitement and kind of like what's gonna happen after number 2,
6,
like,
7.
why does he put number 1?
Yeah.
So there should be like a little bit of hook to the audience, to like really build their excitement to watch the entire video.
Yes.
But it doesn't necessarily happen every time. Like there's one video of me playing Shostakovich Waltz number 2. Actually, there's 2 videos, like one just me solo, and the other one with a bass saxophone.
Yes.
And there's no editing.
It's
just a simple video.
Yes, so I think,
and you never know, because for some reason that day Instagram decided to share this video. It was very popular, not on Instagram, like the first video that I'm playing solo, but it was very popular on YouTube. But it wasn't popular right away. It was popular. It started to gain attention after 3 months of having no views. You never know.
So
and it's like I have like I don't know 2,000 comments from like mostly from Russian people of older generation. So circling back to what we were talking about, that's the best way to attract younger audience. Statistic for that video is that like 65 plus women watching this video in Russia.
It depends of the platform, because of course older generations
platforms
is
like
going
TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
TikTok is for me. It's how I think, and I think that the youngest generation is on TikTok. Our generation is on YouTube, and of course the more older generation, as I see, they are scrolling videos in YouTube. So of course now YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, they have they maybe stole an idea from TikTok, and they have already, all the platforms have already these shorts videos.
Yeah, but now did you know that TikTok is trying to also bring up the photos to TikTok? So they're like,
I think it's really, I don't like it, because maybe a few years ago every platforms have having
their identity.
Their identity, they own their own face. But now it's like
now it's almost the same.
You can call, you can video call, you can chat on Instagram. It will, maybe 10 years ago it was like impossible. So if you want to share the photos, you go to Instagram. If you want to call, you go somewhere else. But of course it's comfortable for us. Of course we like to use only one platform, but it's uncomfortable, I think, for platforms, the other platforms, because there is like monopoly of only one platform, and I think it's Instagram now. So and I think
well, at least for us, I think for the musicians it's a little bit easier to use like Instagram and YouTube. I think that TikTok doesn't have much music.
Yes. It's I think it's
so
about
it's easier
trends
for us to grow using the Instagram and YouTube. Even though I'm trying to like distribute the videos to all of the platforms, like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and YouTube longer videos, but for some reason, like the longer videos on YouTube, they don't really score high views anymore for music, at least for saxophone. I don't know. And mainly, of course, Instagram.
Yes. It's now, I think it's you already said that life is so fast, so I think the better way to improve it's like short videos, of course. Unfortunately, because as musicians, we want to share the long videos, the whole pieces, the whole compositions. But it's not about the improvement on social media.
Yeah. Now, tell me, how do you film your videos? Is there do you have a special schedule? You plan things? You're like, in a week, I'm going to share this video.
No. I'm like just, I don't know, I just practicing in my room and somewhere else, and practicing, and I heard that I hear that it sounds good. Why I cannot post it on Instagram? And I just like place my phone somewhere without any other stuff for
you
filming.
Don't have like a special stand or
no, it's
tripod.
Just of course I maybe one day I will buy it. But now I use only things around me to film something, and it's I think for artists it's a bit difficult to schedule your Instagram, and you when you're take it too seriously. You forget about that you are artist, and you have maybe 10 minutes ago you have inspiration, now you don't have inspiration for that. So I think it have to be for me. It have to be more
Spontaneous.
Spontaneous. Yes.
Spontaneous. Yeah, it has to be spontaneous because then we kind of lose the feeling of this creativeness.
Yes.
Because then it becomes like labor that you have to like do because you have to do because you rely on it. But at the same time, like lots of people, they actually make like they rely on the more or less regular posting on like YouTube, on Instagram, because they're making, that's their main income. Is that your main income, social media?
For me, for example, one day I was filming the just video message for my friend. I was just composing something. I just sent her a video message, and she was like, "Wow, it's pretty good." And I heard that it's pretty good, and I have to record it for the Instagram to share this video. But I wanted to do it with a good backstage and something with a good sound, something like that. And I was trying for 3 or 4 times after, and it wasn't sound that good that it was the first time. So I really need the inspiration and have to record it only without planning something
It's
like
like
this.
you want to capture this feeling.
Yes,
Not only
yes.
just the notes and material that you play, because you just want to capture the moment.
Yes, of course. It's all about the emotions you experience only in this moment.
And it doesn't need to be like, it's oftentimes it's not a perfect take.
Yes,
right? Like there's
yes.
always like, oh, you wish that note you played correctly, or
Yes,
like
without any mistakes.
the interval were perfect, or the connection between the notes. But in the end, what matters is the feeling,
Yes.
the energy that you are giving or trying to
And
give.
the audience is feeling it through the screens of the phones, I think.
But sometimes I notice that you do that, I do that sometimes, that we just find like old videos that we have,
Yeah.
and then we just crop it.
Yeah.
Right? It's like it wasn't shot for the Instagram, right? It was probably shot like from the camera, horizontally, and then we just need to like crop the vertically and then like make some adjustments.
It's good for us because we as a competition musicians we were at a lot of competitions, and we have a lot of recordings in YouTube, like full compositions, and I think that 50% of my Instagram is the cutting videos from
performances,
yes.
Concerts,
Something like that.
Which means that you don't have to record every time yourself.
Yes.
You can like re-upload the videos that not so many saw, maybe because it's like a long video, 20 minutes piece. You just want to showcase like 5 seconds from video, and you just crop it, and it saves your time, and at the same time you let that video have the second life.
Yes, of course. So what kind of opportunity did you gain from social media?
It's a great question. We should not only look at the social media as an opportunity to share the material, but also a platform to meet other people, to meet colleagues, to meet people that you would never expect to meet. Sometimes there was one time famous electric violinist, Lindsay Sterling, was doing like a challenge on her Instagram.
Yeah, I saw this one.
Yeah, and so like that's completely different field where we are at, where I am at, like classical saxophone and electric violin, playing popular music on bigger stage. Like if not through Instagram, we would never meet, right? Like,
yes,
where?
Of course.
But she was doing a challenge. Like the idea was that you would have to play duo with her video that she already recorded. So you just play the second line of the like a very short excerpt. And so I saw somebody else that I follow do that challenge, and I was like, why not to try?
Yes.
Because most of her fans are violinists, amateur and professional. So I decided, why not to try on saxophone to play the second line? And like in 2 minutes, she responded like, "Oh, where do you want to come to perform with me?" And I was like, "What?
Wow.
Really?"
Wow. Yeah. It's really good.
Like in
Great.
2 minutes. I was actually shocked. I was like, "Really? Is that true?" And that wasn't the only thing. There was one time, 2-set violin.
Yeah.
And they were gathering like photos of musicians because they had this like they have lots of funny things that they're doing on the channel. So one thing they were doing is they would show them the photos without instruments, obviously, and then they would have to guess what is that person playing, what kind of instrument. So it was like about 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, I saw
that
it.
they were taking my photos, showing to them, and then they were guessing what instrument I'm playing. I think that one person said clarinet and the other one said trumpet, which is almost,
Yeah, almost
combination of clarinet and trumpet and saxophone, basically.
Yeah, of course.
So not only that, sometimes you get opportunities to collaborate with other musicians.
Yeah.
With saxophonists, composers. It's great to attract the attention to our instrument from the perspective of bringing new music to the life, for sparking the inspiration for the composers to really to build new repertoire for us, because music is dead if we're only performing pieces by composers that lived in the past, because that's not the way that the only way to really grow the music, grow the repertoire, and continue to nourish it, it's when we have new music. It doesn't matter if we like it or not, but it has to come, because out of 100 pieces there will be 2 or 3 pieces which will stay in the repertoire.
Yeah.
That always worked the same way, not only now but even before, many years ago.
Yeah, because our instrument, I think, it's very, very young. Only, I think, 150, 70 years now. So, and we don't have I think we have a bit poor repertoire for saxophone, so we have to inspire composers, of course, to write the new music. And I had experience that one composer who have nominated to Grammy. He was writing me on DM on Instagram. He just saw my video and he said like, "Oh, I want you to play my music," and I was like, "Wow, it's wonderful." It's we are usually in our life we are thinking about it it's impossible to connect with the famous guys, with the Grammys guys, with the Hollywood stars.
Yeah, because you think that there's so much distance.
Yes. And it was like, maybe you just talk to friend that I will talk with someone from the Hall of Fame of the Hollywood, and they said like, you stupid, you're crazy, it's impossible. But now you can nowadays you have opportunity just to upload the video, and they can write you directly.
Yeah, it's much easier to connect with people.
Yes, and you understand that all the stars in our mind, it's like the big stars. It's of course it's big stars, but they're like people too, like humans like us. So it's not too big distance between.
Tell me, did you have any experience from people reaching out to you and asking you to promote some product?
No, I don't have offered by some companies for promoting, but for example, I have a message from our legend, from the saxophone legend, Dave Koss. And I was like, wake up in the morning, and I scroll on Instagram and open the DM, and I saw like Dave Koz write me about my playing, about my video, and it was like, wow, you're so great and very talented, and he follows me, and I was like, wow, you're the star, you're the one of the, I think, famous saxophonists in the world, maybe Kenny G and Dave Koz. So of course they are not classical, but they're really big stars. So something like that. But maybe in the future I will have experience with promotion. So, and you, I saw that you promote some products.
Yeah. I had a few engagements with music stands, and I'm about to film another one. I think it's great because I'm trying to deliver the products that I personally enjoy. I wouldn't promote something that I don't really like, and I think it's a great way for the manufacturer to help out the manufacturer, because if we have more and more gadgets that are helpful, if they bring different values to the way that we practice or to the way that we perform, somehow facilitate our lives, why not to share? But sometimes I do receive messages that you have to filter. Like it's the same thing with like negative comments.
Yeah, of course.
Do you have experience?
Yes, and I think that we were talking about it yesterday with Nikita Zimin. We were talking about that our mind is set up that we pay more attention for the bad words. So maybe you have like 1,000 commentaries under the video, and of course, mostly it's like, you're wonderful, you're the best saxophonist in the world, wonderful. It's like with hearts and something like that. But you saw only one comment with oh, it's awful, disgusting, and you all the day you're like, oh, why it's disgusting? I have to think about. No, we have to try to pay attention more for the good things. I think it's a very important thing for content creators, and not only for them, just for an artist, because sometimes after the concert or after the competition, maybe that you won, of course that you're the winner. You have a lot of commentaries about your playing, and I think we have to pay attention for the good things, and don't pay attention for the 1% of negativity.
Exactly. So I think it's about the time to summarize our experience, just to reinforce again for the people that are watching us, our conversation, that you don't have to have any special ability to do what we are trying to do. We have like broken phones. You can see that this one is crashed. Yours is like very old. You don't have to have the latest model of iPhone. You don't have to have fancy program to like edit your videos. Now you can do it on Instagram directly in the app, or you don't even have to do any editing. But what is the most important is the mentality.
Yeah.
Right? Because sometimes we are afraid to share, because we think that we are not good enough, we're not ready. I think that was my biggest accomplishment that I did for myself, for my mental health, is not to be afraid to share a video that I'm not 100% happy. Like I know that I could play better, but at the same time I want to share my progress.
But you can play better every time. Always you can play better, and if you will always think that you can play better and you're not ready to share this with people, maybe you will never share your music with the people, because you always will think, I'm not ready, I'm still not ready. No, you're ready at this time.
Yeah. Sometimes I just share like practice videos, like playing under tempo 2 times slower.
Yeah.
But that's just the journey that we embrace as musicians, because we cannot just live um, keeping in mind that this ultimate goal is to play such and such with this great level of perfectionism. But we need to embrace the journey and try to appreciate how much time it takes to
Yes,
arrive
of
to
course,
that
of course.
ultimate goal.
Of course. And I think nowadays the fashion of social media it's to show the true life, not like life from magazines or stars with they wear suits and something like this. It's all about that your life is the same as
Yeah, you just need to show your authentic you,
yeah.
yourself,
Yeah.
authentic yourself in an organic way. Like, don't pretend to be somebody that you are not.
Yes, of course.
Just share with the world who you are, because they're not a single person that is like you. Like, we are all unique,
Yes.
and that's already enough. You don't have to put a mask on your face.
Yeah.
We would like to thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for your time to watching our conversation. We hope that our words will make a positive impact on you. And if you are already trying to be more active on social media, we would only like to encourage you to keep pursuing this path, because we believe, both of us, that this is the tool that we have. Not only it's great for the future, it is great for the present.
Yes, of course.
Because the old business model of past days, it's already in the past. It still exists, but it's one day the old model, the old music business industry model, it will change at some point, and that's the point where we're living right now. It's one of the most interesting times. Before, the greatest artists that we are admiring and taking inspiration from, they didn't have this opportunity to share directly with the world their day-to-day life. The only thing that we have left from them is the recordings, the perfect recordings of CD, sometimes like some historical DVD recordings, video tapes. But right now we have this opportunity to really understand that we're all coming from the same. We have our own history of struggles, of problems with parents, problems with financial lack of support.
Yes,
but
and it's normal.
It's normal, and we would like to emphasize that we would like to build a community when we are creating these accounts, when we are gathering these massive amounts of followers. We are trying to cultivate a community where everyone is welcomed and where everyone feels safe, and safe in a way that to express themselves without being judged, without being somehow restricted or limited. We are there to cultivate a better future for the music to really blossom.
Bravo.